Hello. So BEVA Council met here in Coventry yesterday for our annual review meeting. And we discussed many things, reviews from the various committees as what they'd achieved over the year. And probably three things really took up most of our discussion. The first was the future of equine veterinary practice and in particular out-of-hours cover. And we were not convinced that the current compulsion on all practices to provide 24/7 cover was necessarily in the best interest of equine welfare. We did wonder if it might be better if there were sort of dedicated out-of-hours providers. We discussed the Cascade. That has become a bit of a sort of thing at the moment in equine practice, and we did talk about this. One of the things is that there is an acceptance that it is mandatory that you cannot consider cost, and we think that's not correct. And the VMD have certainly indicated that the equine welfare perhaps would trump the Cascade. There are times when you could consider cost. So we certainly were considering that we should communicate with you, the members, a bit more about how the Cascade can actually be practically applied. And lastly, we discussed the curse on our profession of suicide, and in particular access to lethal drugs. And there was we know this is going to change, that the Royal College has been advised by a coroner that they need to look into how these drugs are stored and handled. We had concerns that limiting availability of these drugs to us, or limiting our access to them, might be a problem. It might cause a real stress for a veterinary surgeon who's trying to euthanize a horse and cannot get to these drugs. We debated whether there might be a technical solution, perhaps with a two-factor authentication storage unit, so that you could contact somebody else to get a code to get into this box and access these drugs. Those really were our key findings. So I'll get back to playing. Thank you.